The city of Hazleton owed tens of thousands of dollars by property owners who haven't complied with codes. A new citywide crackdown on code violators, our top story on News 13 at 4:30.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Well, Hazleton is beefing up efforts to get money that's owed to the city. Enforcement officers are cracking down on delinquent landlords who have properties so run down they've been condemned. Matthew Petrillo went to one of those homes with city officials to see what's going on.
This is all, from what I understand what's going on here, this has to be removed completely.
This apartment building used to house dozens of people. Today, it looks like it could collapse.
You can see some of the bricks falling already.
Rick Weck from Code Enforcement says this now condemned building posed some big safety concerns for its previous tenants.
It's not safe if there were tenants in here and there was one fire. If there was another one, they're going to come out here. You don't know what's going to happen if you get any kind of weight on that.
It's such an eyesore that Chief of Police Frank D'Andrea says buildings in such extreme disrepair are breeding grounds for thugs.
People look at them, criminals look at them and say, oh, it's unoccupied, nobody's going to be here. You know, it's like my new playground.
The damage doesn't just affect the people who live there. Businesses that stand in its proximity are also affected by its blight, like this sandwich shop that sits right next to its boarded up windows.
Would you really want to frequent a business that is next to a property like this? That's how it affects it. It affects it because of the ugly mark that it puts on the city.
A crumbling ceiling, separated brick, and with no power. These are the types of buildings that police call a state of disrepair, but they're trying to do something about it.
The city's been being very aggressive on the landlords.
For instance, police issued this building's landlords 2 citations more than a year ago. But after owners requested extensions for a 3rd time, city officials say they had enough. They want them to pay and issue them fines totaling more than $12,000.
Good businesses trying to thrive in the community are faced with being stuck next to some landlord that doesn't care about the community.
And last week, police sent out warnings to delinquent businesses to pay their annual license fees or be slammed with fines as much as $600 a day. They have until Monday to comply. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Hazleton.
The firefighter injured in yesterday's fire in Hazleton is doing better and has been released from the hospital. That firefighter was in the process of clearing a burning home on Kiever Avenue yesterday when the floor gave way and he fell through. He was rushed to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley with a back injury. Hazleton Chief Donald Leschko tells News 13 he's back at home today but still in a lot of pain. He's not identifying that firefighter. The chief does say a state police fire marshal and department investigators have ruled the cause accidental. It appears there was an electrical problem in the kitchen area. Fortunately, none of the people who were at home when that fire erupted yesterday. Butler Township asking for your help in tracking down a man who gassed up and then took off at a local mini-mart. Take a look at these surveillance photos. The person seen here in the hoodie apparently went into the Safari Plaza Market on North Hunter Highway, filled up his tank, then took off without paying. Police want you to take a good look at him as well as that vehicle you see right there. Think you recognize the man or the car? Butler Township Police want you to give them a call at the number on your screen, 788-3230. It's a story that just keeps getting worse. A former high school football coach who already pleaded guilty to creating child porn has been charged with molesting a young football player in a school locker room last year. 29-year-old Joseph Ostrowski is a former football coach at Holy Redeemer High School. Luzerne County detectives have now charged him with indecent assault, corruption of minors, and photographing a sex act with a minor. They say a young football player was lifting weights when Ostrowski sent him into the coach's locker room. Once there, the boy alleged Ostrowski molested him and took a photograph of him naked with his cell phone. Investigators say Ostrowski admitted molesting the boy and taking that picture. Ostrowski has already pleaded guilty to charges of attempting to produce child pornography, extortion, and cyberstalking. Well, News 13 has received phone calls, email, even anonymous letters asking us to find out about a rap video that's circulating. Many people in Hazleton, especially parents of some of the teens who were seen in that video, are outraged because it shows local recognizable teens holding and drinking from liquor bottles and smoking what's made out to be illegal drugs. Because everybody's underage, we've blurred the picture and the shots we'll show you. Christina Papa has the breakdown.
Showatime, whose real name is Davon Barlow, is an 18-year-old high school senior and aspiring rapper from Hazleton.
I don't know why these little people hating on me. I'm 18 and doing me and these.
Showa's latest music video, All Night, was shot in Hazleton. It shows kids drinking, smoking, and, well, partying. The problem is some of the kids in this video are under 18.
Alcohol, it wasn't real alcohol. It was all staged so it could look professional. But like people got excited when they saw the cameras, started doing crazy stuff. People say it promotes underage drinking, but that's not what we're really like trying to get at.
While we can't verify what's in the bottles, most don't approve of the actions taking place. The video shows kids underage at least staging the act of drinking and smoking. We showed the video to Police Chief Frank D'Andrea to get a second opinion.
So whether or not it's real alcohol, real drugs, the fact is that it's a perception.
Even Showatime admits that people, especially parents, aren't too happy about this video. Media experts say this video could haunt them long after the party's over.
That's how a lot of kids do have fun, and this is just like the first time, I guess, that it was brought to light, especially in front of their parents or people that see them in a different way.
Before it was taken down, the video had over 10,000 views. John Baldino is a digital and social media strategist. He says although some media forms appear to glorify drugs and alcohol, it doesn't mean you should recreate it and then post it on the internet.
So when you see that camera come out, what one must think is, am I doing something that I want the entire world to see me do? It comes down to taking personal responsibility for the way we use these media.
John says media sites are all about perception, so when posting something, make sure it's appropriate because professionals and future employers will search for you.
Any smart potential employer will Google you, they will creep you on Facebook, and they will creep you on LinkedIn. Think before you post. Think before you do anything when there is a camera present.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
And coming up on News 13, it may be spring, but it sure doesn't feel like it. We'll tell you if things warm up in News 13 weather. And then this is Red Cross Month, and we'll take you to one local business which held a blood drive in a kind of unusual place. And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play. The daily number, 464, Big 4, 3158, Quinto, 78652, and the treasure hunt, 5, 7, 21, 29, 30. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town. The Easter Egg Extravaganza will be held at the Faith Assembly of God Saturday, March 23rd from 10 a.m. to noon. And the best part, the event is free. There's over 10,000 Easter eggs, prizes, games, crafts, and a giant inflatable slide, so make sure to stop on by. And one final announcement for this evening, the Kilbasi and Pierogi Golf Tournament. This will be June 21st at the Mountain Valley Golf Course. The cost is $70 and includes golf, lunch, dinner, and refreshments. For more information, please call 570-462-2060. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Janet R. Starr of drums. Memorial service will be Saturday at 2 p.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Visitation will be Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Joan P. Bodnar of Hazleton. Funeral services will be held privately. Arrangements are under the direction of the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Anthony R. Mazurek of Lauderhill, Florida. The arrangements are under the direction of the Harmon Funeral Home. Mary L. Pasco of Mahanoy City. The David D. Jarrett Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. And Kathy Hughes of Whitehaven. Services will be held at the convenience of the family. Tonight's obituary is often brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Palm Cross is now on sale until March 24th. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Once again, the Hazleton area's #1 rated restaurant. Call 501-3410 for information on luncheon packages.
Looking for a job? Well, you're in luck. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce is holding its 17th annual job fair tomorrow. More than 60 businesses will be at the fair, all ready to hire. They've posted about 250 job openings in a broad range of fields like healthcare, sales, and media. The chamber says it's an opportunity for businesses to come together and network with each other, but more importantly, it's a great way to find you that perfect job.
It's very important for people to come to the job fair prepared, prepared, dressed appropriately. In most cases, you're going to be meeting the human resource manager, the person that's actually going to hire you, or the general manager of the place. So it's a really good opportunity to make a good first impression.
The fair takes place from 10 until 5 o'clock tomorrow at Genetti's Best Western Inn and Suites on Route 309. And time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking the radar. Well, it's spring, but we're still in a weather pattern that features some temperatures that are struggling their way up into the 30s. And as you can see, still some snow showers swirling, but fortunately no serious accumulations. Our creative condition is a nod to spring rather than winter. It's by Zoe Fanjoy, a 5th grader at West Hazleton Elementary Middle School. And she says her mom is walking home from the market, but she's being slowed down by the wind and the rain. But the good news, if you look at the bottom, tulips are popping up. It's a sure sign of spring. Now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service. For Greater Hazleton, tonight mostly cloudy with scattered flurries, cold with the low all the way down to 13 degrees. And for Thursday, partly sunny with scattered flurries, a high of only 27. Scattered snow showers during the evening, though, with the low down to 18. For Friday, partly sunny, scattered flurries again, a high near 35, overnight low down to 18. Saturday, mostly sunny, but still a high only of 35, the low around 19. Sunday, mostly sunny and a high only up to 36 degrees. On to Schuylkill County tonight, mostly cloudy, slight chance of snow showers. You know the drill, a low around 18. Thursday, partly sunny with another chance of snow showers, a high only getting to 33. Overnight low, though, all the way down to 19. For Friday, partly sunny with a slight chance of snow showers and a high near 38, the low down to 19 again. Saturday, sunny, finally a high near 40, low around 21. And then Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 39 degrees. Well, one local car dealership is helping save some lives. The Berger Family Ford dealership on Route 93 hosted a blood drive for the American Red Cross Tuesday night. Sales manager Jim Kennedy says giving the gift of life is an easy way for anybody to become a hero.
We've got to get blood. There's such a low supply throughout northeastern and central Pennsylvania. And as I said, if anything were to happen, a natural disaster, or there's a horrible accident someplace in town or the area, they need the blood, and it would be nice if everybody would try and come in and take a half an hour, 40 minutes of their time to help the American Red Cross out.
Kennedy says the dealership will host another blood drive in September. He encourages everybody who's driving by to stop on in and give some of their time and donate some blood. And still ahead on News 13, we'll tell you about one amazing auction taking place for a very good cause this weekend. Some special guests in the News 13 studios. And then it may not be 60 degrees and sunny on the first day of this new season, but we'll do our best to bring you a breath of spring when News 13 continues.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, there once was a time back in the 60s and into the 70s where Western Pennsylvania basketball was it. That was the epicenter. They just continually dominated. But you know what? That is long gone history. Take a look once again what's happening in the PIAA state championships, because we now know after all of the semifinals last night. In both boys Quad A and boys AAA, there isn't going to be a Western team to be seen. Last night, Chester advanced, no surprise there, but Lower Marion, the District 1 runner-up, well, they took care of Newcastle, the District 7 champ. So, in effect, coming out of that Western bracket, you got a rematch of the District 1 championship between Chester and Lower Marion. Same thing in AAA. You've got Imhotep Charter, they're out of the city of Philadelphia, and they're going to be playing another Philadelphia team, Archbishop Carroll. They took out the District 7 WPIAL champion last night, Montour. So there you go. I mean, a lot of people had been saying, well, they don't have the big Quad A schools out in the WPIAL anymore. Well, they're not making it in the AAA either. So it is, I mean, the tide has turned. There's no question about it. In boys AA, you got a District 2 team coming in. Holy Cross, the one and only District 2 team, They knocked off Trinity last night. Now here we go. Here's a traditional name out of District 7, Beaver Falls. They're playing AA. Beaver Falls, as a matter of fact, is the only entry of the WPIL in the entire finals for the boys, because even in single A, the Western team is there, but it's Johnsonburg. They're out of District 9, and they're going to be playing Vox, the District 12 champ out of Philly. Notice what's also happened here. District 12, a lot of entries. That's the city of Philadelphia. They weren't in the PIAA years ago, so you can see things have really changed. Now, as far as girls basketball, told you Springford has been on a run, and now they're going to get a chance to go for the gold ball. They're going to be playing Cumberland Valley, and Cumberland Valley out of District 3, so you know what that means? Quad A girls, no Western team there either. Now, the District 7 champ South Park will compete in AAA, and they've got the Golden Hawks of Bethlehem Catholic. They actually made a run through Hazleton here on the way to the state championship. They beat Villa Maria last night, so that is your lone District 11 entry into the tournament. Oh no, beg your pardon, we have another one. We keep forgetting about Tri-Valley. More on that in a minute. York Catholic out of District 3 will play Bishop Canavan, and there is the team that really has been playing well. Tri-Valley, they out of the Schuylkill League. I guess you couldn't have a state championship in girls without a Schuylkill League entry, but it's Tri-Valley against Vincentian, and I'm going to tell you, Tri-Valley looked very good last night in advancing. So we'll wait and see. We're all set up. They begin Friday. They'll continue Saturday, the PIAA Basketball Championships, and they're back in Hershey this year, where they're going to stay for a while. Let's go from high school to the American Hockey League, where you got the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins skating at Syracuse tonight. In Major League Baseball, Grapefruit League action. Russell Kanzler was not in the lineup anywhere to be found yesterday. The Orioles get by the Red Sox. Now today at Sarasota, they'll be hosting Toronto, so we keep an eye on the box score, but he just hasn't been getting a lot of playing time. The Red Sox, meanwhile, will tune up against the Yankees, Pirates and Braves, Mets and Astros, and Joe Madden's Rays. They will be down in Fort Myers to take on Minnesota. NBA, Philadelphia out on the left coast. They'll take on the high-flying LA Clippers. If you're not a big NBA fan, got to remember, little change of guard out there too. It's the Clippers who are the best team out in Los Angeles. Who would have ever thunk it? Middle of the week, and you know what that means at Bottlenecks. It's steak and ale night. You can choose from a variety of their specialty hand-cut steaks, and it's served with unlimited salad and fries for just $9.95. You can't go wrong. Great beer specials all night long as well. Don't forget, kitchen open midnight 7 days a week, and they got those 14 flat-screen TVs. A lot of good fun up at Bottlenecks.
Have you ever been to a Chinese auction? It sounds kind of crazy. It sounds like fun, and one of the best around is being held in our area this Sunday to benefit the American Cancer Society. It'll be at the Lakeside Ballroom in Barnesville, and joining me now is Jessica Kutza, who is one of the co-chairs. Jess, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. First of all, what is this Chinese auction thing? I've never been to one. Describe how this works.
Okay, well, we're going to have over 600 items this year. We have a huge variety. There's something for everybody, men, women, children, old, young. Somebody will find something they like. So basically you come, you buy the tickets, and you just try to win one of the great prizes.
Okay, now from what I understand, the day is sort of structured. You get to browse for a while, then you get how does that whole thing work? We're taking a look at some pictures from last year, but explain the process once you get there.
Well, it's going to be at the Lakeside Ballroom, and there is a ton of parking, ton of seating there, so you can get there. You don't have to get there early. You can come whenever. Doors open at noon. We start the auction at 3 o'clock. So between noon and 3, you can look at all the prizes, buy your tickets. We're selling food. You can get something to eat. We're going to have entertainment. So just kind of make a day of it.
Okay, here's the info on the screen right now, but we were looking at pictures of last year's stuff. Give me the for instance. It looks like, I'm looking at those tables. We've got some food there, but they seem to go on forever. It seems to all kind of merchandise. Give me some examples of the kind of stuff that you've been getting in.
We have, a bunch of gift certificates from area businesses. We have a ton of different theme baskets. We have wedding baskets, craft baskets, there's so many different things. And then we have our big prize items, which we have $1,500 cash. That's one of our prizes. A laptop, a 32-inch TV, iPad 2, a Kindle Fire, $100 gas card, $100 Lowe's card. So we have some really big, really great prizes.
And tell me about the level of involvement in the community. These prizes just don't show up out of nowhere.
No, we're very grateful for all the support that we have. Lots of local businesses. Up in Hazleton, we have Michael's Distribution Center. They're a big, big help for us. And just even organizations like the Salvation Army and stuff like that, they call and want to donate. So we just have tons of community support, which we're very grateful for, because without them, we wouldn't have the auction.
Okay, now the bottom line is it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's all for a very important cause to benefit ACS. Tell us where the money goes and how you're involved with this.
Well, it is going to go to the Carbon Tamaqua unit of the American Cancer Society, which will be holding their telethon on April 6th and 7th up at Penn's Peak. And so then we will donate the money that we raised to the telethon, to which gets donated to the American Cancer Society.
And does a lot of this stay local, or is it used for research? Or?
Yes, and everybody seems to be touched by cancer some way or another. So it's great to be raising all this money that we can donate and help our community, people that we know that are affected by it.
Okay, let's put the graphic back up on the screen just to remind everybody. That's Jess, but let's go to full screen graphic. The American, there we go. All right, thanks, Mike. The American Cancer Society Chinese Auction and Raffle, Sunday, March 24th. You open the doors at 12, everybody browses. The auction starts at 3 o'clock at the Lakeside Ballroom in Barnesville. There are some numbers for additional information. And we thank you for joining us, Jess, and wish you the best of luck, and it's for a really worthy cause. So
it is. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Have a lot of success with it. Thanks a lot, Jess. Finally tonight, it is the first day of spring. We're hoping to show you lots of kids having fun outdoors, nice warm weather, but obviously we can't. So instead, we went inside to bring you a breath of spring. Albright's Glen Summit Greenhouse and Mountaintop was packed with geraniums, all blooming in shades of red and bright pink, and a little bit of white mixed in there too, just waiting to be planted eventually in gardens and window boxes as soon as the temperatures come up a little bit. There were also Easter lilies mixed in there, just beginning to bloom, and the growers there say all of their spring flowers are on track to be in full bloom, there they go, by the big Easter holiday next Sunday. And that is News 13 for your Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us. You can catch this newscast again with rebroadcast throughout tonight, or just go to News 13's website any old time, SSPTV.com, where you'll always find the local and regional news you need and the community news you want. For the entire News 13 team, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Baczynski. Have a great evening.